know they had a football
It's
team.
like the lock.
Which one of you guys took my phone off charge? Oi!
Yeah, I did.
Why?
Phone was dead.
Don't throw down, Bree. Thanks, Hagrid.
You are the chosen one! It was sent you to destroy the Sith, not join them!
What the fuck are you talking about?
We're working, we're in the lab, and we're gonna make sure this happens as soon as possible.
Welcome to an episode of the Sports Genes Into the Lab podcast, where sports analysts and experts dissect the latest news from the NBA and NFL, giving you a unique view on some of the hottest topics around your favorite teams. From the fresh field smells of the NFL to the hardwood courts of the NBA, and possibly your comfy couch for your fantasy football team. Let's see what kind of news the lab is working with today. Here's your host from the Sports Analytics headquarters in San Antonio, Texas, Ernest Silva.
Week 8 is here. Week 8 is upon us. We had a very, very tough week for NFL football. But if you follow us for college football, or if you are one of our many loyal followers, you got some money this weekend. If not, you followed one of these other guys, not my picks, and that is okay. You made some money also. I am your host, Ernest Doc E. Silva, not boasting about my week 3 picks, but we're here. We're back in action tonight. Episode sponsored and powered by the wonderful Blue Collar Media Group, BCMG. We are the sports division, the Sport Gene. Hashtag what's in your DNA. Join us today, DM, be part of the crew. We added 2 new members to our NBA and college football cast this week alone. We're growing in numbers and knowledge. Again, follow us today, like our page, like our live feed, comment, share. Anything helps the algorithm for our show. All right, let's go around the room. Let's talk about who's here. The co-host of season number 6. Chris Borak at Plus Walker. What's going on, my guy?
Hey, what's going on, fellas? It was a tough weekend. I'm proud to say I went 8-8. Just make sure you fade Ernest this week when he gives his picks out. And
Yeah,
shout out to my Houston Astros, who were 10 games back to begin the season. Fought their way back in the 7th AL West title in 8 years, 4 straight in a row. The Astros are inevitable. Inevitable, right, fellas.
Give me a hell yeah.
Just an early hell yeah to start tonight's episode. Awesome. Back in action and joining us again for season 6. He's a regular sports scientist, as we all know and love him. You follow him always with them big green headphones. Davis Cordova, what's going on, brother?
What's up? Usually I'm the last one you introduce, so
caught by surprise, but maybe it's because I'm moving up in the pick leaderboard. Went first last week. First, I think the week before. So I'm on a heater right now. I mean, I'm 3-0 in both of my fantasy leagues too. So, I mean, season's going great for me so far.
So Davis is basically saying if you follow his picks tonight,
easy money.
That's right. That's right. Rounding up the group is the wonderful. He's not just Luke. Just Luke, what's up, my guy?
What's up, fellas? Oh, it's good to be back. Pittsburgh was beautiful Sunday. It was an awesome game. I just always forget when you go to a game that how fast it honestly goes in real life watching it on the field. Like when you're at home, you're like, bro, this is going to be the longest thing ever. The last 2 minutes is always the longest part of the game. And then you're like, we were there and we were already at halftime. And I'm like, what happened? Like, it was crazy. But we were in the perfect spot. We were in the 500 level. People were dropping like flies because they've been drinking since 7 o'clock in the morning. It was just a beautiful sight. And I'll tell you this. I tweeted while I was up there that I heard the most Yinzer thing while I was up there. We heard one of the guys that I got my tickets from invited us over to his tailgate. So we walked and we went over to his tailgate. He brought all this food, man. He brought his grill, all this food. And he looked at me straight dead in the face and he said, Luke, I don't eat for Steeler football games. He said, you guys have to eat everything you possibly can because, and I quote, I get too nervous. So that is the most NFL Yinzer thing ever for the weekend. So, but glad to be back with you guys. Had a little stream today too, so it was good.
I saw your stream.
Can't wait to actually talk some sports with you guys and get to it.
Well, you know what? Similar to another hero group, it wouldn't be a team if it wasn't 5 of us.
Let's do it, guys. Right. It's morphin' time.
That's right.
Plug it in.
Oh no.
Has joined ITL for the first time this season. The logo ends up on Luke's head, and here we go. The 5 cast has full tonight as Andrew Con Sutton joins ITL. Andrew Con Sutton, how are you doing, my guy?
Are we mighty morphing?
Oh, we are.
Because I'm into
No.
it. I'm throwing up the Ranger paw. Nonetheless, it's good to be back, Ernest. I was sitting here tonight. I had a crazy busy day at work, and I said, you know what? The folks of ITL need me back. I need to be back. I love being on ITL, and I haven't been on a podcast in forever, so it's about time we get back in the saddle here.
Well, there's 34 of y'all. Spam likes, comment how much you miss Andrew Con Sutton. If nobody comments anything, Andrew, I apologize. But that is how the state of ITL is tonight. We have a doozy. We have some fun games. Luckily, we get to start with one of the best teams ever to play NFL, and that is right, Thursday Night Football. But before we do that, round 1, Primetime Pick'em is brought to you by Taquito Express. We can get all-you-can-eat tacos for wonderful $9.99. 10% off today if you mention ITL or BCMG at the counter. Let them know you heard them on the show, and you get that code and that discount. The tacos are brilliant. Again, that all-you-can-eat taco count for free tacos is at 119 tacos.
What?
119 tacos.
That's strong.
Just
Bro, I put 60 away, and I thought I was going to die.
Yeah, 119. That's absolutely wild. Anyways, we transition. First game is Thursday Night Football, and all of America will be tuning in, not only because it's the game of the week, but it's because that's America's team. All right, Thursday Night Football, Dallas, 6-point favorites on the road against the New York Giants. We know at least 3 of us are biased on this game, so we're going to start off unbiased. Chris Borak, call the first game here.
Giants by 1 million. No, I'm just joking. Cowboys to easily cover. There's 50% chance of rain right now, but I don't even think that matters. I mean, this Giants team is not good, and I'm never going to bet on Danny Dimes. So you take your bias away, fellas, because I'm pretty sure the Cowboys are rolling this week.
Man, this show almost started again with this.
What?
But we digress.
And start Rico Daddle this week. Gonna eat.
Just Luke, you're up.
I mean, they beat the best defense in the AFC North, guys, right? I mean, right? The defensive player of the year was already won before first snap of the ball. It's Myles Garrett, right? Fuck off, Cleveland. Anyway, Dallas, obviously. Listen, man, if you fuck this up, just cash it in, man. Just call it a year. Cut the shit, Jerry. We'll just restart the whole year because you can't lose. You can't lose this one. Not right now. So Dallas by a milli.
If Dallas loses this game, McCarthy's fired. Like it's over.
1,000%.
Which is why they won't lose this game because y'all are stuck with McCarthy forever.
Just as a semblance of hope on this game, Dak has never lost to the Giants in his career, and I don't think he plans to. I'm taking Dallas minus 6.
Why would you say that? Why would you say that?
That's true.
I don't think it's going to matter. You can't jinx this game.
Why would you say that?
Neighbors could go for 405 touchdowns. They'd still lose 38-35. Like that's the golden.
That's
I take Dallas by 6 at least. But I'll keep it 6 because I talked a lot of shit on one game with Dallas. So I said I'd take it by 9.5 and they ended up losing. No, that was the Texans. They ended up losing that game. So Davis, your call.
Listen, I'm a Cowboys fan, but I also have Malik Neighbors in my dynasty league. So I'm living the best of both worlds. I have the Cowboys winning, but the Giants covering. I actually had 5.5, but I'm glad to see it at 6. I don't know. Last week I got ridiculed. I'm the only one who took the Giants last week. They won. Shockers. So I'm just going to keep riding that wave. I'm going to take Giants to cover, Cowboys to win.
All right, there you go. Dallas Moneyline entering danger zone on the BCMG guarantee parlay. Andrew Conn-Sutton, welcome back. Best for last. Where do you see this game happening?
I hate this game because everything tells me that I've seen from the Dallas Cowboys, they can't stop a wet fart when it comes to anything. They are horrendous defensively. You look at the Commanders right now, and don't tell me Dan Quinn wasn't the reason the Cowboys have been successful for the last few years, because what he's doing with those Commanders right now, even as a head coach, they are playing great ball on both sides, which is crazy. But I digress. Dak has not been the issue, so all the Dak haters can go away. He has not been the problem. The problem is they got rid of Amari Cooper 2 years ago, and what have the Cowboys struggled with so far offensively this year? A secondary receiver. They should not be using Kevontae Turpin in must-win situations. I'm sorry, love him, but he's a punt returner. He's not a wide receiver too. Brandon Cooks has been basically used in very scarce fashion for a guy who was brought in to be wide receiver too. I mean, it is astronomically bad how bad this offense is right now. It's so bad, and it shouldn't be. You guys wanted money. You got money. What have you done? Nothing. We've had freakouts on the sidelines. That's the one thing that's being reported. It's not even talked about how the comeback was against the Ravens when you're down 28-3. No, the storyline was CD crying on the sidelines to Dak. That's embarrassing. Figure it out, fellas. Get back on track. This is the team that you need to do it against. The Giants don't understand football, or so I at least think. This should be a Dak Prescott clinic, and if they don't win, it is done with Mike McCarthy, and hello, Bill Belichick.
Bill Belichick call out. Andrew Conn-Sutton in fashion, having the people of the world reacting to him.
Yes!
What?
They're all
No. This sounds like a repeat of takes from last year when Dak was not the problem.
But he isn't.
This delusional Cowboy fan.
We have skipped over our most important take, which is that Dallas Moneyline has hit the BCMG guarantee parlay. Wait, put those fingers in the air, wave them like you just don't care. That is right. That is a BCMG guarantee.
Don't like that.
Easy money.
Easy money, easy money. We go to Sunday game of the week, which is not going to be what most people expect. We did not choose a 325 game. We're going with a noon game. New Orleans at Atlanta. Atlanta 2.5 point favorites at home. against the Saints. Just Luke, you have the call on this game.
Yeah, Saints came back down to earth last week. So the Falcons are still searching for what they want to be. Did they get screwed in that game? Not going to say no, and I'm not going to say yes. We'll just take a sip of the old water cup.
We're trying
Absolutely.
We don't want the shield after us, Boric. All right.
Yeah.
We've got to protect the shield.
I mean, we got it. We got to call a spade a spade. Come on.
That's true.
So, I'm going to take the Saints in this game. So, I know they're going on the road. I think Shaheed, after getting shut out the way he did, I think he's going to come back this week because first of all, I need him to come back this week. But I think he's going to have a huge game. So I'm taking the Saints.
All right, the Saints get the first call here on ITL. Primetime pick 'em. New Orleans at Atlanta, 2.5-point favorites at home. Davis Cordova.
I'm just going to stop the Saints train right there. Got the Falcons winning and covering.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Saints are banged up. I mean, Kamara's questionable to play now. So I think they just have too many injuries. And I think the Falcons are finally starting to figure out, like, the offensive side with Kirk. And I think this could be a big offensive explosion for the Falcons. They could probably put up 25-plus this week. But usually I try and stay away from big offensive outbursts in any NFC South matchup just because they all play each other tough every season. But, yeah, Falcons.
Andrew Consutton.
New Orleans came back to life this weekend. Atlanta came back to life. I mean, they played great against a good Chiefs team, obviously. I'm really liking what I'm seeing out of Atlanta's offense. I think they're going to get it done again against New Orleans. And again, as Davis alluded to, I'm not loving Alvin Kamara coming up as questionable. And wouldn't it be a season if Alvin Kamara could just play every single game? Because the guy is absolutely dynamic, but oh man, the injuries have just hampered this guy his whole career, and it continues again, and it's hips this time. And as a running back,
Yikes. Yeah. Crazy injury. Taysom Hill also still on that injury report. X Factor did not play last week and felt like the run game suffered for that. And maybe possibly.
He's supposed to be back this week. He's back at practice.
Okay, Boric. So what's your pick?
So yeah, I agree with everybody that both teams came back down to earth. I don't like what I see out of Atlanta as far as their defense. They're giving up the sixth most rushing yards in the league right now. They're second in the league in sacks. They have 2 sacks on the year. They're not getting any pressure on the quarterback. So I don't care if Alvin Kamara plays or not. Put Jamal Williams in there. Get back to pounding the football. And what the Saints do well the first 3 weeks or the first 2 weeks was play action pass. So if they can run the ball in Atlanta, I think they can cover this game. So I'm taking the Saints at plus 2.5. And just another fun fact, the Saints have won 7 straight NFC South games when they're the road underdog.
That's a fantastic fact. Before I knew that, though, I had New Orleans plus 2.5 in this game. And yeah, good call out, Davis. In the private chat saying that we are sponsored by PetSmart thanks to Thor's appearance on tonight's episode. Those who had Thor's appearance gets a wonderful frozen screen.
Wouldn't be a show without it.
Did we lose him?
Yep, there he goes. He'll be back.
CPR?
All right. Well, I think I heard him say he's taking the Saints plus 2.5. I don't know.
I do believe he said they are covering. So that is a, I do believe a BCMG guarantee.
Yes.
No. Davis saved us.
Davis did not. Did not. He's playing the role of Benny Cotterill tonight.
But if anyone learned from last week, when I was the lone one picking the game, I was the one right. No, I'm just kidding. I'm riding that high wave. Y'all can't blame me. I'm riding the high wave.
I mean, I get it for picking the Giants. It's a ballsy take, and it was a good one.
Listen, I'm rooting for the Giants because I have neighbors.
I mean, Singletary, this is crazy. Maybe it's just me, but like, is Saquon Barkley like just a benefactor of a good offensive line? Because Singletary looks pretty good on that offense.
He does, especially coming out of the backfield, catches some passes too.
I don't hate Devin Singletary.
Saquon does look explosive. I will give him that. I mean, you're not wrong about the offensive line take. But why don't we move to that game?
All right,
so let's move to the Eagles game. Eagles at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So go ahead, Andrew. You take up first.
Tough game to call. This is a weird one because the Eagles are kind of fraudulent right now, and they're flirting with not being great. They barely beat the Saints last week, and it was not fun to watch. I mean, and realistically, we look on the other side of the ball. I mean, both teams have just been, I don't know, flat out weird. I think the Eagles do have what it takes to win this game, and I'm hoping this is like a Jalen Hurts is like resurrecting his career type of game, because he's like, and people have criticized me for this take that I've had this year. Boy, does he look like Carson Wentz. Unbelievable start, and a horrible decline so far. Tell me I'm wrong, but it hasn't looked great for Jalen Hurts since the big money.
Yeah, I mean,
ouch.
I mean that hurt. That hurts. I mean that
hurts me, and I don't even like the Eagles.
I mean that's a stinger, but I get it. I mean both teams. First of all, talk about a hot and cold Eagles team. I think they're like 4-9 in their last. It's an ungodly number.
It's not great.
It's not a great number over the last like season and a half, right? So that's one thing. And then you just have a head scratcher of a Buccaneers game. And I mean, absolute head scratcher of a game. They got trounced by Bo Nix last week. Like I was sitting in the stands at the Steelers game, and I'm like, what is happening? What happened there? Like I couldn't believe it. Everybody was talking Baker time. Everybody's comparing stats and sending them all to Cleveland. Like we were ready to call it a bad trade. Like it was crazy last week. Chalk it up to the weird NFL week. We've had 2 of those now already. Hey,
he's back.
Return to the
Glad to be back.
We're on the Eagles and Bucks.
Yeah.
But I'm taking Tampa in this game. I think they have the better rounded defense. And Godwin just eats catches, man. So, and then obviously Mike Evans is still pretty good at football.
They gotta get him involved though.
Yeah, they do. So against this very questionable, a lot of question marks on that Eagles defense. I'll take the more, I think, ready approach this week. So I'm going to take Tampa in this one.
You know, I agree with the Eagles question marks because their secondary looks terrible. But I will say that the Eagles defense is really good at getting pressure on the quarterback. And last week, the Bucs gave up 7 sacks. So I don't know. I have the Eagles in this one because the Bucs rely. The Bucs go as Baker Mayfield goes, and if Baker Mayfield is not playing good, the Bucs won't win. And that was prevalent last week against a really bad Broncos team. So I got the Eagles in this just because of how much pressure they can put on the quarterback.
Yeah, so I guess I'm last. No, Ernest, you can go last. I agree with Andrew's take on Jalen Hurts. He just doesn't look right. Like, I won't go as far as calling him Carson Wentz yet, but he does not look right in that offense. But Saquon does look right. Just keep handing the ball to that guy. Eagles have so many injuries; it's ridiculous right now. And now they got Lane Johnson out. AJ Brown's probably not going to be back till after their bye in week 5. But the Bucs, man, I think they were looking past Denver to this game right here, and they just looked up and like it was already like 14-0. But the Buccaneers are just devastated on the defensive end. Vita Vea is a big loss. And I don't believe in Baker carrying this team. And I do think that the Eagles defense played much better last week against the Saints. especially their run defense. So I like the Eagles here to cover.
Yeah, similar take to the running and rushing attack of Philly. The Eagles the last 3 years have lost one game when they've rushed for more than 120 yards as a team, and I don't think that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers can stop the run enough to where they can beat the Eagles. So I'm going to take Philly to win this game. And I apologize for the system crash. I'm glad to be back in action. So appreciate the audible and you guys taking over there.
Also, just a curiosity question. If anybody has their betting odds on, what's Jalen Carter's percentage to win Defensive Player of the Year? Because he's a dog right now.
Probably pretty high.
TJ Watt's like, hold my beer so I can
Because
I'm putting what did you say? What did you say, Borak? Who was that?
No. He said Jalen Carter.
No. Trent Jordan Watt. Is that who you're saying?
Yeah, he's my front runner.
Interesting.
Here you go, Andrew. His odds are plus 6,600.
Wow,
that's good money right there.
And he's a dog.
16th in the league.
Just donate your money.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, crazy. Okay, I didn't realize it was that bad. What I saw in the last 3 weeks, man, that guy has been one of the best defensive players out there.
Davis, what's the top three? I know we're off topic, but what's the top three?
I already exit out of the. Dang it.
TJ Watt number one without a bullet.
As Davis brings that up, let's go Sunday Night Football. Buffalo at Baltimore. Baltimore 2.5-point favorites. Davis Cordova's busy, so I'll start this one off. Baltimore had an impressive win last week against the Dallas Cowboys team who struggled. They had that in a lock, 28-3, and then as you heard from our counterparts, Dallas made this miraculous comeback with 3 straight touchdowns in 6 minutes, and then ended up losing the game anyway. So Baltimore wins that. Buffalo was very impressive against a very unimpressive Jacksonville Jaguars team. Very much opposite end of the spectrum. Buffalo on the road, 2.5-point dogs is kind of wild after their output last week, but Baltimore at home is probably why they're favored. Usually a 3-point favorite. And before we do the call, Davis, what are the odds? What are the top three?
TJ Watt at plus 325. Right behind him.
Hell yeah.
Can anyone guess who number 2 is?
Aiden Hutchinson.
Aiden Hutchinson plus 350. So
wow, they're close.
Well, neck and neck, and then far behind at third is Micah Parsons plus 1,100,
which is a joke.
That's terrible.
That's the Dallas. That's
I don't know how Micah is ahead of Max Crosby.
Oh, that's
the
good.
hate for Max Crosby is real. Don't care what Shield says.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I'll take it next.
Well, hold on. Buffalo Moneyline. And I don't think this game is close, to be honest. I appreciate that both teams can run the ball really well with their quarterbacks. I think Buffalo's going to make a statement out of this game. I think this is what Baltimore is going to really wish didn't happen, but I think Baltimore runs away with this game, literally. And I like Josh Allen as a show me moment in this Sunday night primetime slot. So give me Buffalo Bills money line on this game, and I'm not really hesitant on it. I like it a lot. And again, I was terrible last week, so who knows what I know. Luke, go ahead.
That's what scares me.
I will say this: the Ratbirds looked pretty convincing for the first half of the game.
True.
And then the true Ratbirds showed up in the second half of the game, nearly blowing that lead again. Forgetting that they have Derrick Henry, who ran for pretty much however much he wanted to run for. Completely forgetting about him. Mark Andrews is completely gone. Don't know where he's at. Isaiah Likely completely gone. I mean, this number 88, no idea who he was. Probably picked up off the practice squad. Just shows up and catches balls. So love that. Buffalo, James Cook's dirty, man. Him out of the backfield is just a game changer for them. They've been missing that for years with Josh at the helm. If they can get some Kincaid involved, get Dotson involved more, then you have him out of the backfield. It's going to cause a lot of issues with that Ravens defense. It seems like communication between Roquan and the rest of the team doesn't seem to be there, especially in the second half of games. It looks like adjustments aren't being made or the calls just aren't getting to them correctly. They really do miss Patrick Queen, whether you say that's affecting this defense or not. They miss Patrick Queen on that defense. So thank you, Baltimore, for doing that for us. Appreciate that. So I'm taking Buffalo in this game, and I 2.5 is crazy to me, but I'll absolutely take Buffalo money line.
There you go, 2 Buffalo money line picks. That moves to Borak.
Man, y'all's confidence scares me because I think these teams are. This is going to be a good game. I think y'all are just throwing away the fact that these are probably 2 of the top 5 teams in the AFC. And I get the fact that the Ravens look bad in the second half. They didn't close the game well, but they did come out. And I believe in John Harbaugh's coaching, but if you're going to give me the Bills right now, the way they look with points on the road, I mean, it's hard to fade that. So give me the Bills at plus 2.5. Josh Allen has been incredible to start the year. He's only taken 2 sacks and 0 interceptions, 0 fumbles, 0 turnovers. So they're just taking care of the ball. And Lamar rushing is just scaring the hell out of me. He is running the ball way too much. And I'm just waiting for him to get injured.
Well, he got so lean, right? He lost 20 pounds. He looks super quick, but that durability is going to be tested, especially in the AFC North. So I'm interested to see after he takes a couple of hits in the game, how that's going to look. I completely agree with you. I was just talking about this morning with a different group, and I couldn't agree more with that take.
And why did they bring in Derrick Henry if they're not going to just hammer the ball down people's throats?
Absolutely.
Like, I would just use Derrick Henry and Justice Hill over and over again. Lamar scrambling around is just a disaster.
In that guillotine league, I picked up Bateman as kind of like a last resort option, and I've gotten to start him every week, and he's got me great output just because they've had to throw the ball, and he's the one that's caught the touchdowns, right? It's kind of wild that Andrews is not being used. So just a weird situation in Baltimore. And Davis, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm going to keep the Bills train going, which is very concerning just because they are the underdog and we might get a guarantee out of this. It almost makes me just want to flip my pick because I don't know. The Bills are just on this absolute high, and we've seen the past few weeks. It doesn't matter what you do last week. Like these teams are so evenly matched that it doesn't matter. You have to be prepared. And this is the 3rd straight primetime slot for the Bills. They played Thursday night football 2 weeks ago. Monday night we saw them. So I mean, hopefully everyone's watching these Bills games. So I like the Bills. Josh Allen's going to win MVP. Like, if you're not betting that, that's crazy. I mean, he's on a different planet, especially without Stephon Diggs. So
I thought it was going to be Micah Parsons, but so it's okay. Just kidding, Borak. Just kidding. The Bills train. I like it. The pressure's on Andrew Consutton. Andrew, who do you have?
Save us, Andrew.
Nope, this is where the Bills train stops, guys. Sorry.
Yes.
And the only reason why it's stopping is because everything that I have seen post-game Dallas from Lamar Jackson has been on the serious level. He literally told Marlon Humphrey, "Why are you even on live right now?" Like, he literally called out his teammate saying, "Hey, congratulations, we had a great game. I don't want to be live. We should be disappointed with the outcome of that game. We had that game in the books." And honestly, him and Harbaugh, I don't know if they're seeing eye to eye with play calling at the moment, but it seems when Lamar gets control of the offense, it flows, and it's been flowing very, very well. You saw the sneaker keep on one of the handoffs that he had on first down, which was a must-have situation. It was a design play to Derrick Henry. You can't tell me any differently. But the second he saw that hole, he was like, "Yeah, no, Trayvon's going that way. I'm busting down the middle. This is my ball." Lamar Jackson wants this. Buffalo, as we know, Josh Allen always starts off hot. always starts off hot. And then guess what happens? Josh Allen has a 3 to 4 pick game, and then he falls back to earth. And then we're having this weird conversation about Patrick and him by halfway point of the season. And I just think it's one of those games where Baltimore is going to expose them a little bit. And at home, I like Baltimore's chances a lot more. So give me the Ratbirds to win this one.
There you go. Baltimore gets that pick, saves it off the BCMG guarantee. Through 4, we have 1 pick, Dallas Moneyline on the BCMG guarantee. Very different than recent weeks. Welcome Andrew Con-Sutton to the show. All right, Andrew, you get to start the next one. I like the duo Monday Night Football take. I know a lot of people don't. I love it. I love having multiple games.
Not a huge fan, but
I don't like
Tennessee at Miami, which was a finalist for Snoozer of the Week, did not get the bid, but is Monday Night Football primetime. Miami -1 under the quarterbackless Miami Dolphins. Watched the Seattle game last week. Borak made a ton of money on it. It was just nasty.
Just hammering. We nuked that game.
Poor Skyler. But we start this one off. Andrew, we got.
Dude, somebody check on Skylar Thompson. Make sure that guy's alive. Like, my goodness. His offensive line is horrendous. The Dolphins are terrible. Like, terrible. And I understand it's a lot different when you're protecting Tua because you know of his previous injuries and you think maybe Skylar can get out of pocket and help himself. But, like, he was a sitting duck the whole game, and he got destroyed. Tennessee, however, is not very good defensively, so he might have a shot this week of surviving. Do we know if Tim Boyle is somewhere in the midst of maybe playing?
Isn't it?
No, it's Huntley.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. So Huntley starting. I like Huntley. I think
Former Pro Bowl.
Former Pro Bowler. Former Pro Bowler. Very true. Put some respect on Tyler Huntley. But he is going to come into an offense where I think he's going to have some fun with. I mean, Tyreek needs to get going. Jalen Waddle needs to get going. A-Chain has been absolutely unbelievable out of the backfield, but you need to see a little bit more when they need him here. So I think Miami gets it done. I don't love the spread of -1. I really don't know because Tennessee could win this thing too. It just depends if Will Levis wants to show up to the NFL anymore.
Is Mostert back this week?
He should be. I was reading he should be.
That's big. Yeah, live look at Huntley in front of his locker room.
I would take the week off if I was him.
In front of his locker, this was
You
Huntley.
know how long I've been waiting for this? Woo, I'm about to make a name for myself here. I don't.
There it is. He's ready to go. Borak, what you got in this one?
Oh man. God, these are 2 bad teams. How did this not make the snoozer of the week?
Yeah,
didn't get it.
I can't wait to see who's snoozer of the week. Will Levis, 8 turnovers in 3 games. I mean, come on, this guy.
So bad, man.
The first 2 games, he looked really good the first 3 quarters of each game, and then he just turned into a pumpkin the 4th quarter. Just made bonehead plays. And then he did it in the 3rd game in a row. I don't even know why he's still starting. But I expect Tennessee to hand the ball off to Pollard about 20 times this game and then work in Spears a lot and keep the ball out of Will Levis' hands. I do think Tennessee Titans defense is better than Miami's defense. So I am I keep picking Tennessee and I'm going to regret this. But I'm going to go with Will Levis one more time to pull it out on Monday Night Football against Tyler Huntley. If he can't get it done against Tyler Huntley on Monday Night Football, I'm fading Tennessee the rest of the year. Give me Tennessee.
All the ITL fans listening to us taking Tennessee in this.
Maybe we should get off of this road.
Somebody has to save us. Luke's a deep thought.
It's a deep one.
Oh, did you say my name? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I definitely did not hear you.
He fell asleep because of this game.
Just saying, this opened up at a half-point spread.
I just dropped.
Yeah, it opened up at half a point. Okay?
Oh my god.
Just let that sink in, right? The over-under is 36.5.
Hit the over.
Right?
Slam the under.
So, I mean, if you think about it, the Steelers last week, there were so many. When we get to the Steelers, we can talk about that. But, I mean, the Tennessee Titans have a corner, a D tackle, a linebacker, a DN, and another linebacker all on IR. Like, I mean, I gotta believe. I've seen Tyler Huntley in the AFC North. I gotta believe that, like, he could at least put it together with Reek and Waddle. Like, that it's better than he had when he had Bateman and Odell. I think Waddle and Reek are way better upgrades for him there, and he could get out of the pocket. And he's a right-handed quarterback, so it's actually normal. Okay, like, it's normal for the offensive line now. So I have the Miami Dolphins in this game.
All right, Miami gets a bid from Luke Davis.
I don't know. I think Luke might have just convinced me to take the Dolphins. Because at first, when I made the pick, I thought Tim Boyle was going to be the starter. But I don't know. I think I just have to go with my gut. I'm going to take the Titans. I don't think they're an 0-4 team. They haven't looked like an 0-4 team. And the Dolphins just can't get anything going. But, Borak, you remember my prediction last week?
Yeah.
For the Titans game?
You're right. You're right.
Well, no. My prediction was that we'd see Mason Rudolph, and we didn't. But we might this week. Okay, I'm just going to keep saying that every week until we see Mason Rudolph.
I mean, you just don't see him till about November, December.
If we see Mason Rudolph, they're in tank mode. Tennessee's just tanking.
The decline of Will Levis needs to be studied. This guy started off his career with 4 touchdowns in his first game. Since then, he has had 15 interceptions.
Oh my God.
Because he has a Ghost of Christmas Past and DeAndre Hopkins. That's all he had.
And you guys want to say Mike Vrabel was the problem?
Yeah.
The idea of a Rudolph Huntley AFC North rekindling is what we're hoping for in Miami, Tennessee.
We got our new Will Levis photo, just so everyone knows. It's a weekly thing now. So,
oh man.
Yeah. Tennessee Moneyline is my pick.
Tennessee
Pollard all the way. Town Pollard and fantasy everywhere.
You know what's interesting, Ernest, real quick. Sorry. Pollard only had 6 carries last week. Really?
Yeah, which is really dumb.
And he looks good. He's healthy. I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
Me neither. All right, guys, we're going to finish off Primetime Pick 'em and go into our fire round picks. Those of you watching, we have 59 of y'all. Y'all go ahead and pound, like, comment, share. Help us reach out to the world. We appreciate all y'all. Monday Night Football is Seattle, Detroit. Detroit 3.5-point favorites at home. Seattle coming off that crushing victory against Miami last week. Detroit coming off a tough week. And they have 3.5-point favorites at home. I'll start this one off with you, Luke. How do you feel about Detroit at home?
I'm thoroughly confused with the Detroit Lions. Right now.
Same, dude.
They're very perplexing. First, it was the coaching issues. I feel like they're just hanging on, and I don't know what the issue is, and it's really starting to really bug me. And I don't know if this is a team that you want to face when you're having these issues in Seattle. That Mike McDonald defense is good. Borak said it last week. Like, I know Miami clearly isn't at 100%, but it was a stranglehold on that game, the entire game. Like, they did not let it go. So I don't really know if this is the team that you want to face when you have a lot of question marks, especially from Dan Campbell down. So I think I'm still going to roll with the Lions. But I don't think they're going to cover 3.5. I think Seattle will keep it close enough. They need to get in. Get Montgomery involved. Get the ball. Start grinding these games out. Like, don't settle for these games. Like, take it into your own hands. And that's the identity of the Lions. Like, these games should be yours to lose now. That, like, you're not the Lions of old here. Like, we're expecting better things out of you right now. So just put a stranglehold on this ball for real. So I'm going to go with Detroit, but I don't think they cover.
Davis Cordova.
Yeah, I'm on the same wavelength with Luke. Lions have not looked good, and I think this week I'm betting on them to look good, to actually come back to form from what they were last year. I think this is Jared Goff has started the year with interceptions in each game, which is unheard of. If you have followed Jared Goff the last 3
He's a
years
hot starter.
since he's been with the Lions, I mean, I think he almost set the record for snaps without an interception.
Yeah,
like
last year.
Yeah, so it's kind of crazy to see that he's thrown 4 interceptions this year. But I also, yeah, but I also think the Seahawks are kind of on that high wave, and I don't know. I swear this is like the 4th time we've had Seahawks at Detroit the last 5 years. I don't know if y'all agree, but it seems like every year Seahawks at the Lions. It's so weird. But I got the Lions, but give me the Seahawks to cover.
There you go. 2 Detroit Moneyline picks with Seattle covering. Andrew Conn Sutton.
I'm taking the Shithawks flat out. I have finally, this coach, man, has finally got away to Geno Smith throwing that ball to DK Metcalf. He is the offense. Get that man the ball. And it has been proven for 3 straight weeks now, DK Metcalf is a top 10 wide receiver in this league. Finally. So I love what they're doing with their offensive play calling. Their defense has been pretty well structured. Seattle has looked like a unit, like a really good team. Geno's had some late decisions that haven't been great, but Jared Goff and this offense has just been very, very questionable. It's getting Amon-Ra involved way later than they should be. Jamar Gibbs should be running back number 1, and some weird reason they use him on 3rd downs only. So it's kind of my biggest fear in this game is that Seattle is going to try to do too much and Detroit does just enough that they're going to win this game. And Dan Campbell, they need this win. They need this win bad. It's a prove-it game for that team, essentially because of how strong they were last year. So, but I mean, the Seahawks just look like a better team right now. Give me the Seahawks.
Seahawks get that pick from Andrew Conn Sutton. I'm going to readdress that comment in just a second.
10 out of 10 comment, by the way.
Fantastic comment. Borek.
Somebody already took the Lions?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So the Lions probably should have lost to the Cardinals. They got through a pick 6 before halftime, but they called it a 2-minute. It was a bizarre call.
Crazy call. And
if they lose that game in Arizona, we're looking at this game a lot differently. I agree with what everybody said. The Lions don't look right offensively, but now they're down their Pro Bowl center going against that Seahawks defense. And just like Andrew said, I'm a believer in Mike McDonald and what he's doing down there with the defense. I like what they're doing offensively too, just like he said. I think Geno's playing better than Goff right now, and their offense is playing well. And Charbonnet has filled in great.
I was going to say without Kenneth Walker too.
Yes.
Yeah, and you add Ken Walker back in the mix with them too. They got something cooking down there, and the 49ers better get their stuff together quick.
Yeah.
So I like the Seahawks. I like them. I don't see this as a statement game, I do see this as a statement game for Seattle. The Lions need to win this game, but I see this as Seahawks coming in and punching them in the mouth, saying, "Hey, we're for real. You guys better take us seriously." So I'm taking the Seahawks.
I feel Detroit plays just a little bit different at home. I like the swagger of Detroit at home. It's what teeters me. It's what makes this game really close and going to be a really fun last game of the week to watch and end our week 4. I like Gibbs and Montgomery at home. I like Aiden Hutchinson at home. Also, Dan Campbell apologizing for just the lack of coaching decisions is going to be big, right? He's going to be under the microscope. So I think Detroit takes care of business and makes their own statement in this game by winning it. I like Detroit. I like Detroit with the spread. I think they win they win by maybe a touchdown in this game, but I think it's going to come down to a final drive. They may be up 6 with a final drive for Seattle to win it, but because of the spread already set, they're going to win. So I'm taking Detroit at home favored.
Real quick. Just real quick, just a stat that I have found makes me want to flip my pick, but I'm not. The Lions.
Well, we're safe if you want to flip.
The Lions have lost 8 of their last 9 games against the Seahawks.
Ooh. You can flip it, Davis. You got a chance.
No,
3.
I'm good. You know what?
So what
I'm
you're
just gonna
saying
go
is
with
there's
my-
a chance.
Staying with my gut. But the Lions have lost.
I think this is going to be a
8 of
really
the
good
last
game.
9.
This is going to be a great game.
I'm looking forward to this game.
Yeah, absolutely. I wish I had the clip from the Little Giants that says one time, but I don't have it.
Real quick, the Lions are wearing their really bad uniforms.
No.
Their new really bad uniforms.
They'll win. Let's before we switch to ITL fire round picks. I mean, this is just absolutely the best comment ever. So, right, you talk about starting off at level
10 out
1,
of 10.
right?
Yeah.
And then you go to level
A
2.
baby face.
Right.
I would
get
say
the
I'm level 2, Ernest. I think I'm level
Davis
2.
is level 2. Yeah, Davis is level 2. Then you go level 3, right? And then you go level 4, right? And then just the perfect cut. You go level 5, and it's just full grooming. Polar Knights are absolutely on the right track.
And if you notice, from level 4 to level 5, they use Just for Men's for like the the shading.
Yeah, it does.
I don't want to talk about it, Davis. God damn it.
No. Not talking about you, just Luke.
Yeah, he's definitely taking a shot at me.
Shots.
Shots were fired.
What?
Guys, we have a BCMG stream. We have a lot of streamers on there. And I was going to play
A fraud!
but I decided not to go that route with it. And check them out. We're going to play the commercial break, and then we're going to go right through fire round picks. That first segment was wildly 50 minutes long, so let's just get on with the show.
All right, let's go.
Also, keep slamming those likes, everybody out there. We appreciate all y'all being on a part of the show, and appreciate all the follows. If you haven't followed everybody on this panel, please do so today. You can catch their ads at the end of today's show.
Yo, Jill going down the hill. Gonna go fetch Jack in his little pill. Jack feeling down and that's pretty bad. Let's go.
Oh! Yo! Clip that! Clip that headshot!
No!
A pistol. What? Okay, that didn't count.
Woo! Let's go, baby! Clutch it up! Yeah, I like it!
What? No way! Did that precision just kill me?
Let's go!
Nice, Papa!
Papa with the clutch kill at the end. Let's go.
Oh, I missed. That was fast.
Got him.
Nice.
Man, I'm going to go steal their shit.
That is definitely green.
You're dumb and it's orange.
We're both wrong, red.
I could get that solo if I tried it a couple times, but we'll come back to it.
I'm fucking dick right now. Holy shit. Like, I fucking suck right now.
Yeah, I can tell.
All right, let's go ITL fire round picks. This is where we give one-word answers as we go around the room. Powered by Bovada. Use code BCMG today to get 100% matched on your deposit. Get in on the action today. Get part of the BCMG guarantee. Win some money. Here we go. Jacksonville at Houston. Borak, who wins?
Did Houston learn not to false start during practice this week?
We got to hope so.
I'm taking Houston.
Houston wins. Luke.
Houston.
Davis.
You might as well add this to the card. Houston.
Andrew
that's scary.
So far, this is a Lone Star BCMG guarantee parlay. Dallas money line, Houston money line, and we roll into Chicago. Rams, Bears in this game. Just Luke.
Rams.
Davis.
This wasn't the snoozer?
This was not the snoozer.
Oh my God.
Give me the Rams.
2 Rams picks. Andrew Consutton.
Caleb Williams sucks. Rams.
Guys, Borak.
Oh, we're heating up. I'm gonna leave it to you, Ernest. I gotta take the Rams. I gotta go with Stafford and McVay.
Gosh.
I can't trust Caleb.
He's terrible.
And they have no interior offensive line either.
Dog water first round pick.
Oh
I
my
won't
gosh.
go there yet.
Dog water. 0 accuracy.
He has no line though. It's
Soldier,
awful.
It's Soldier Field.
Oh,
They got a great defense.
real quick,
I'm going
Ernest.
Bears.
I had a screen grab for the Bears.
Oh, okay.
I just wanted to show everyone the offensive line.
Yeah, that's them.
4th and goal, and they run a power sweep. That was their own line. All right. We're good, Ernest.
No problem. Waiting for Caleb Williams to actually get better. Kind of looks like this.
I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
That's too damn bad.
I'm not gonna put it.
I mean, note that is the last time the Bears
early.
won a Super Bowl. Was that guy was probably a child.
Grandpa was a starting quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that a guarantee?
Is that what?
No. Ernest took the Bears.
Oh,
He
sorry.
took the Bears.
Yeah, I took the Bears just to save the parlay.
Thank
Cincy, Carolina is the next one on the docket. Andrew Consutton.
This is a must-win game for Joe Burrow. Please do not let me down, Cincy. Oh.
Borak.
Red Rifle revenge game incoming.
Wow.
Give me
Wow.
Carolina with the points to cover.
There you go. Carolina getting the bid there. Davis.
Bengals. Give me Joe Burrow.
Just Luke.
Joe Burrow has not been the issue. The defense can't stop a nosebleed. Like, give me Cincinnati.
Yikes.
Skyline chili.
I'm taking Cincy to win this as well. I love Andy Dalton. I really hope he pulls the upset. Maybe I go into 4-12 again this week and they lose. So we'll see.
Well, Ernest, right before we move on, I know we're running short on time, but they have to hate Andy Dalton right now. Like, stop winning.
Yeah, Bryce Young lost his job today.
Who hates Andy Dalton?
Bryce Young.
Everybody.
Oh, well, Bryce Young sucks.
Stop winning games.
Dude, Zach Taylor is getting fired after this week. Calling it right now.
Hot take, and I like it.
All right, let's move on.
0-4. He's done.
New York Jets is the next pick here. I'll start this one off. I'll make it really easy for my pick. I think I have a
What are you
cute.
doing in here, cutie?
Watching football.
Who do you want to win?
The goddamn Jets.
New York Jets first pick. Borak.
Jets, Jets.
There you have it. 2 Jets picks. We're warming up. Davis.
Jets to win. Broncos to cover.
There you go. Just Luke.
Jets.
All right, Andrew. What are we saying here?
I'm the biggest Bo Nix fan in the country. Guarantee it in Canada, but Jets win.
There we go. And the Jets get on the board for what used to be our Lone Star guarantee. You can put your fingers in the way and wave them like you just don't care. That's right, the BCMG guarantee. Dallas money line, Houston money line, at the Jets money line, and now we take our conversation over to Indy, where the Pittsburgh Steelers visit the Indianapolis Colts. Just Luke.
I'm thoroughly concerned for this game, just for the sheer fact of Anthony Richardson's running. The Steelers haven't faced that this year. And Alex Highsmith is out indefinitely with a groin, so that's kind of concerning. Herbig did a very good job of filling in for him while he's going to be on the IR. But the Steelers team's only given up 10 points a game. So it's really on Justin Fields to see, and Arthur Smith to see how they bounce back this week after another win. I have the Steelers in a win, but a very ugly close win.
All right, Steelers, the first pick. Davis.
I got the Steelers. You know, I don't know how they're going to start 4-0, but
Trent Jordan Watt.
I think it's because of Justin Fields, but I digress.
Mike Tomlin and winning seasons just
hand, baby.
And Mike Tomlin, like that's just what it is.
But it's also epically frustrating. But we'll get to that later.
Well, I just think Anthony Richardson has had a rough time already, and now he has to play the best defense in the NFL. So,
Andrew Constant, who you got?
Buddy, that Pittsburgh defense should give every team in the league nightmares. They're so good. The fact that they got Patrick Queen, as we talked about earlier, just makes this defense even scarier, dude. And Justin Fields looks like a legit quarterback. He looks very good so far. Tomlin and Arthur Smith have done well dialing him up, and it's impressive to see, actually. I've also heard a little birdie, and maybe you can tell me this is true, Luke, in the rumors in Pittsburgh right now of a Russell Wilson to Miami situation. Don't know if it's completely true yet, but I have heard rumblings. That just tells me how good Justin Fields has been playing and how much they trust him already.
It is. The last time I saw was a 5th and a 6th for Russ. So
I know you guys can't see it. But the little guy inside of Luke's head for this entire conversation on Pittsburgh is doing
Give me a hell yeah!
I'm not going to give Chris Conner the satisfaction, okay? All right, we're just not doing that this week. But my issue with it is, like, Russ can't roll out. Like, I've seen the practice tapes over the last few weeks, and Russ being hampered with this injury, the dude can't move.
And
like
Justin can.
And Justin can, and like it's tough to watch. Like Russ is, it's bad. Like a 5th and a 6th actually might be too much. So I don't know. Move on.
Borak, who you got?
Yeah. How did we get here? Steelers 3-0. Who had that on their bingo card to start the year?
Nobody on this
seen
panel.
A ton. Yeah, being a Texans fan, I've seen a ton of Anthony Richardson, and before the season, I said it. I was like, I don't know why people are picking this guy for MVP already, talking about how great he is. The guy is so inaccurate; it's painful. Like the Colts' problems are self-inflicted. The guy has like a 50 to 60% completion percentage, and he's gonna drown this week when they're not able to run the football.
Hey, Borak, this will be Anthony Richardson's 31st start since high school. College,
yeah, but I don't care. I mean,
no.
Not ready.
I know that's the point.
Yeah, Trubisky is.
That's crazy.
I mean, I get it, and I agree. He's not going to be able to scramble out and against the Steelers defense, and you know how I feel about TJ Watt. I think he's the real deal, and he's Defensive Player of the Year. So I think the Steelers easily cover this and easily win this game.
It's only a 1.5 point spread, but Davis absolutely right.
Yeah, I think it's disrespectful.
Pittsburgh all the way. Let's move on. Minnesota at Green Bay, which is going to be a really good game. And if you have to plug one in, you have to record it because it's during your local station. Do it. And you have to buy the pass just to get a free trial. Go watch it. It's going to be great football. Minnesota at Green Bay. We'll start this one with Borak. Where he got?
Hey, the Vikings destroyed my Texans. So how can I pick any other way? I'm going to ride the wave and take the Vikings and Sam Darnold for Comeback Player of the Year.
There you go, Andrew Constantine.
Sorry, Luke.
He's playing
No,
better than Rodgers right now.
I know you hate the comeback player of the thing, Luke, but he is comeback player of the year so far. The crazy part is let's call a spade a spade. Kyle Shanahan literally said that he is the smartest quarterback that ever walked into the 49ers dressing room. But it's because of politics that he didn't start a game. And we all know why. So I mean, realistically, I think the Sam Darnold comeback player of the year so far is a huge hit. Minnesota's going to win this game. Green Bay is Jordan Love going to play?
It sounds like it.
He's trying to. I doubt they push him to play. I bet they let him
I'll
sit
say
out.
this. I'll say this. Will Levis has looked good. He's looked good. But give me Minnesota.
Malik Willis.
Sorry, yes.
I'm going Skull all the way. Luke.
What is the best thing for this game to happen, right? The Vikings just riding so high on that high horse of theirs to absolutely come back down to earth. Lambeau. I mean, this has great game written all over it. And I have to go with the Packers at home. Like the first divisional game at home at Lambeau. This is the test for the Minnesota Vikings. So I'm going to take Green Bay.
Green Bay gets on the board for the first time. Davis.
I have to agree with you, Luke. I don't know. You'd think through the 3 weeks that the Vikings would be the favorites, especially with Malik Willis starting at quarterback. But the Packers are still favorites, so I think Vegas knows something. So this is just a Vegas game for me. I'm going to take Packers in the points.
There you go. We are down to our final 4 games and still no snoozer. Who will be the snoozer of the week? Let's find out right after this quick transition. Washington at Arizona is the next game we're calling here. Andrew Consutton.
Commanders.
Washington gets the first pick. Davis.
I love Jaden Daniels. Give me the
Same,
Commanders.
dude.
2 Commanders picks. We're riding high on Jaden Daniels so far. Borak.
Somebody better save us. This game took me the longest to pick. I decided on the Commanders. I just don't believe in the Cardinals defense, and Kyler Murray just looks off. Like Kyler Murray's been just as inaccurate as Anthony Richardson, and it's scaring me. So I like what Jaden Daniels is doing and how they're controlling him and running the football, short routes, taking their shots. He's playing well.
Real quick, Cliff Kingsbury revenge game.
Yes, thank you.
Yep.
I like to take. I just scared because it's in Arizona.
Just Luke ?
Oh, there we go. All right. It froze on my end. Everybody was frozen on their end. I have the Cardinals. Everybody hated the Buffalo pick at the beginning of the year. They played them tough. I think they'll be fine. Arizona is a tough place to play, man. That East Coast to West Coast trip, no one likes that trip. I'll take Arizona. Why not?
They played the Bills well. They played the Lions well. The Cardinals are definitely up there. Marvin Harris Jr. game is the win. I am on the fence with this game. I got to admit, top 3 game for me this weekend I want to watch. I definitely am going to have this recorded, probably watch a whole bunch of it and look at the All-22. I am.
Hey, while you're thinking,
yes.
I think this is a good spot for the over. I think it's at 48 or 50.
Sure.
Yeah,
I love the over on this game.
Ernest, to convince you for the Commanders, 2 of their 3 games they haven't punted. Okay, they haven't punted.
That's
in
crazy.
The first game and last week.
Oh, hold on, Davis. Any Call of Duty specials this week?
No specials.
I will say this: Eckler is out though. That does make me nervous. He's played so well. Eckler's played so well for them.
Brian Thomas leads that backfield though, so
Robinson's a monster.
I agree, but how they're mixing in Robinson and Eckler was working extremely well.
I got to go with my gut. I'm taking the Cardinals in this game also. I can't do it. I'm going Arizona. I think Arizona's just at home. They're so good. They've played good teams well. Like, they have a good game plan. I believe in the Cliff Kingsbury revenge game. I think he's going to do everything he can to win this fucking game, but I don't think – I don't know if it's enough. And Jaden Daniels still a rook. Like, there's going to be mistakes made. We'll have to see what
Kyler
happens.
Murray needs to learn to just slow the game down, bro. Like, that's his biggest issue in 4 weeks.
What are you talking about?
Everything.
He runs like he stole a cookie out of the cookie jar.
Just got to slow it down.
He does not take the easy yards. He just tries to make a hero play. I just don't like what Kyler does. It's probably because he's playing Call of Duty and not studying tape.
That's true. That's true. Probably runs like the Call of Duty character, but that takes us to our game we've been waiting for. It's a game half the nation won't care for and won't watch. It's a game that the other half doesn't really matter anyways. And maybe Amari Cooper shows up. Will the real Amari Cooper please stand up? And Deshaun Watson, what's happening there? Vegas is so hot and cold. I think this is the snoozer of the week by far. And it was, okay, I shouldn't say by far. It was close. It was close to a couple, but this is it. Yeah, it was close to a couple. This is it, though. Cleveland, Raiders. Let's start this around the room. Davis.
I mean, the Raiders apparently have a quarterback controversy, so I'm just going to go with
yes, they do.
The Browns. Yeah. I guess the Browns.
It's another quarterback controversy, am I right? I mean, it's like
two quarterback controversy
in a completely different way. But yes.
It's like Browns fans are like, is it week 5 yet? Is Chubb off the IR? Like, is he back next week?
They're praying for Max Crosby. That's what the Browns fans are praying for.
Yeah, absolutely. There you go. Davis, pick.
Browns, I guess. If I have to pick.
You have to. You have to. Andrew.
I hate this game, dude. They have a $250 million problem brewing right now, and they got to figure that boy out mentally immediately. There shouldn't even be a controversy at quarterback for $250 million. I think the Browns will edge the Raiders. It just seems like a game that the Browns are going to win.
Edging, you say?
Edging, yeah. There's some edging happening in the Browns.
Massage therapy
in the
edging.
Browns
Hopefully,
game
there's no masseuses in the area.
I know. This is getting wildly mischievous. Luke.
I think I'm actually going all AFC North this week. That's kind of crazy, and I don't feel good about it either.
We need stats on that.
I don't feel good about it. Yeah, I mean, I'm going with the Clowns, but one, take the under because this is gonna be fucking ugly. Okay, I mean, absolutely ugly. And two, don't bet on this game.
Stay away.
Stay away.
Boric and I have a really big decision to make here. So
no, I'll save us. I'll save us. Shout out to the Browns and Coach Peanut. I'll never say anything bad about their organization and all the first round picks that they gifted us, and put the Texans and catapulted us with CJ Stroud. So thank you, Cleveland. But Deshaun Watson is a mental midget. He's never going to figure this out. It's a disaster. Antonio Pierce scared me through the TV when he started calling out his entire team for being soft and putting business first. Like, he had me nervous. So I can only imagine how practice is going this week and how Max Crosby was getting into everybody. Give me the Raiders to turn it around in an ugly game and Max Crosby to make a big play at the end of the game for them to seal it.
Every time we talk about the Browns, Borak brings up picks in Houston, and I absolutely love it. I have it queued up ready for you.
No, I want my picks back, all of them.
Thank you, Cleveland. Thank you.
It's funny because in the movie, he's the Browns.
The Browns.
So
that's why it's a movie.
So good.
I am also taking Cleveland to win this game. So 4-1, Borak saves the parlay. and we move on to
one hot take from this game though before we switch over. If the Raiders do win, Amari Cooper is a Cowboy.
How do you think he comes back?
A 4th round or a 5th round pick goes back.
We'll see.
I mean, I would do it if I was Cleveland.
It's not a crazy hot take. Kansas City at Los Angeles in a game where we're not sure Justin Herbert is going to be a go, and it's going to be an interesting onslaught from
there could be a manslaughter
either way.
There could be manslaughter involved in this at this point. But let's kick things off. I have the Chiefs. Borak.
Do we just want to waive it?
Yeah.
I mean, the Chargers are down
points.
Do we want points?
I don't know because Harbaugh's going to muck up this game. He may
the interdivisional matchup. I don't like it.
If it's close, we all know that the referees are going to make sure
100%.
that the Chiefs have a chance to win this, right? And if it comes down to Patrick Mahomes, he's going to do some shit like
What kind of play you got for this situation?
How about the annexation of Puerto Rico?
Or some bullshit that comes out, and then Taylor Swift makes a song about it.
Today, by the way,
Chiefs all the way. Thank you.
Shout
out Mark.
Shout out, Mark.
Job,
It's rated. Follow Matt at It's Rated Merc. It's totally worth it. We're gonna go to our final game of the day, which is a very iffy game, which is why it's last, because there's a ton of injuries on one side, and then a team who decides to play really well against a Seahawks group, and then just absolutely looks like dog shit the rest of the time. But Patriots Niners, the final game of the week here on Fire Round Pick'em. Thank you to all of y'all. 64 of y'all all around our different platforms watching us. We appreciate the hell out of all y'all. Let's talk this out, right? No Steve, no Chris Connor, so this is not going to be tiresome hearing Patriots takes. So let's go backwards, forwards. Andrew Con-Sutton, who do you have in this one?
Not loving Trent Williams being hurt. I'm not loving Brock Purdy being 50%. I'm not loving the fact that they haven't been able to distribute the ball to Brandon Ayuk, who just has a case of the old dropsies, it seems, which is wild when you just signed that massive contract. The 49ers have a lot of question marks. New England's kind of just playing with house money. Jacoby Brissett's pretty much on his way out of the NFL. Like, he's so bad. It's so hard to watch.
Yeah.
But, like, you got to think San Francisco wins this game.
Like with all of that, right? What you just said. No
100%.
Debo.
But you got to think they're the better team.
Off, no CMC, maybe no Purdy.
No Debo.
Purdy, he did have an injury designation today in practice, so he's good to go.
Oh, okay. So Purdy's
They win.
Purdy Jennings. All right. So San Francisco, Andrew going San Francisco there, Davis.
Yeah. It's just so weird because, like, if it was any other team, but like the Panthers or the Browns, I'd take the other team at this point just because of how many injuries the Niners have. So give me the Niners, but Patriots cover that 10.5 point spread.
Right. They're a subpar 500 team when Williams doesn't play, right?
Yeah.
Like that's the Niners.
It's a massive loss.
Interesting, Luke.
I mean, 10's crazy. They ain't covering 10. So I mean, I'm gonna go with the Niners. My biggest thing with the Niners right now is they miss Greenlaw terribly,
so bad,
and you can tell they miss him on the defensive side of the ball. So, I have San Francisco, and it's at Levi Stadium, so I'd actually give them a better shot if it was in New England, but
same.
But
10's just too much. You could probably get me at 5.5. I'd probably be okay with that.
That's fair. Borak?
Yeah, no way I'm taking 10, but I think the 49ers win this game. I think they control this game on the ground. They have to with Jordan Mason. Jordan Mason's going to carry the ball probably like 25 times.
And that brings up a great point. For any of you Christian McCaffrey fans, if you're in a keeper league, trade immediately, because the fact that he's going to Germany for evaluations tells me his career is likely getting to be close to done.
Yeah, word is he's trying to look for stem cell treatment. It does not
over
look
for
good.
Christian McCaffrey. Not
That's
good.
tough.
Yikes.
Well, to end off the night, this is a TSG guarantee. San Francisco money line, not taking spread. Completely agree with the take. San Francisco hits the parlay. To recap, everybody, take out those notepads, take out your digital devices. Let's go and recap what our BCMG guarantee is for the evening. And if you're listening on your way to work, do not message and drive. You can listen to this later. All right. Recapping, we have Dallas money line, the Thursday night football primetime game. Dallas money line is our first game. Our second game is the Houston Texans money line, then the New York Jets money line, the Pittsburgh Steelers money line, Kansas City Chiefs money line, and the San Francisco 49ers money line. A lot of money lines for tonight's play. This might be the one time we hit this BCMG parlay, but you get a whopping
Why
plus
didn't we
550.
take Steelers points?
We definitely can. We didn't talk about it though.
Don't love it.
Nope.
It's only 1.5.
Don't love it.
Nope.
All right. I'm
Yeah,
overruled.
and this be the week that they win by 1. So,
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
it would happen to us. But plus 550, go ahead and lock that in. Dallas, Houston, New York Jets, Pittsburgh, Kansas City, San Francisco, all money line plays this week. 6-pick parlay plus 550. Wrap that up, $10 gets you 55. So go ahead and put those bets in. We do it every Thursday night. We put in our parlay bets. So ride with the show, and then we turn that around and write in some more bets. We appreciate all of y'all. We had a 5-cast episode. Always goes a little bit longer, but love the interaction. And we appreciate all y'all stuck around. 63 of y'all listening, 63 of y'all learning, and we appreciate all the love and support. If you want to be a part of our Discord, you want to be part of our group, just message myself at @IntoLabPod or any of our guests on today. Let's go backwards, forwards again. Andrew Consutton, let the people know where they can find you.
Yeah, I apologize. I have been wanting to be on ITL for weeks. I am going to be a dad. So it has been a crazy,
Hey.
busy
Congratulations.
Congratulations, my
Thank
guy.
you. Thank you. Yeah. So it has been a crazy medical, going to appointments, doing this and that. I am happy to say baby's healthy, mama's healthy, we're healthy. Everything is really, really good so far. Making the move to Saskatoon, which is down the road for me in the end of October. And so with that, everybody has asked me, I've been inboxed multiple times, when's Boomtown coming back? Well, I can confidently tell you that in November, Cole and I will actually be in the same studio going forward. So we'll be having the podcast together, and Boomtown will be back in November. I don't have a specific date yet, but we are officially back for season. Get this, guys. This is crazy. Season 6 is coming up.
Congrats.
Wild to think about. But we are happy to have FKN back for next year, as well as Rest When Dead Clothing. They are great sponsors of ours. And actually, this is really cool. And while I got the chance to do this, if you actually go to our social media sites and check out our Instagram post, Jeff Hardy, WWE TNA legend, is actually rocking our clothing line. So
That's cool.
very, very cool to see a legend wearing our stuff. So yeah, check us out, the Boomtown Pod. We are officially back, your home for all things combat sports.
Andrew Consutton, wonderful to have you back on the show. Awesome news to hear. And you're going to find yourself asking this question a lot when your kid is like finally moving around.
Who throws a shoe? Honestly.
It just happens. It just happens. You get shit thrown at you all the time. So
Facts.
congratulations again.
Thank you.
Very excited for you, my guy. And if you need any help, Borak is the expert. I'm back up in that. Like I'm sports, Borak is kids. You just let him know and he'll get back to you.
Amazing.
All right. Davis Cordova, tell the people where they can find your wonderful content.
yeah, so I'm actually also going to be a dad. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, way too young for that.
My guy.
But you can find me on Twitter at DavisCordova11. I'll be putting out more picks here soon, and tomorrow, tune in. We're going to be doing college football, so it'll be fun.
Yeah, I can definitely see your significant other's parents watching.
What?
That's very true.
Congratulations, Davis, on Game Changer. Yep, follow Davis. Again, the new ITL college football show starting. Davis Cordova, the host of that show. Excited. We have brand new talent coming in. Zach Hood joining us, former collegiate coach, Division I, going to be joining ITL's college football pick'em crew. So excited to have him on board, and we get to see that content starting tomorrow night. Davis, yep, honorary host. I just put it out there. Just Luke. Talk to them.
Yeah, Ernest, thank you. I really appreciate it. You can follow me on all of my socials at King of Hearts 82. I'm getting a better schedule for streaming now that I have some more equipment and I can figure out a schedule better. As we're winding down in September, obviously September is National Suicide Awareness Month. It doesn't stop in September though. So please continue to reach out. Somebody will listen to you no matter what. Go to google.com, simply type in 988. You can call straight from Google. There's an assistant waiting for you. There's multiple resources just typing in 988 or just simply dialing 988 on your phone. I promise you that there is somebody out there that wants to talk to you. Ernest, I always appreciate it. Thank you, my man.
Of course. And of course, Just Luke bringing in the show next season, Slapshot ITL, part of the hockey group. I'm just kidding. Just Luke, I'm just kidding.
Let's make it happen.
Bring
We're
it back,
back, baby.
We're back.
I like the impromptu name. So you Slapshot ITL, absolutely trademark that.
The Just podcast. Remember that?
Yeah, the Just podcast.
The Just podcast. Now, this season wouldn't happen without my miraculous and awesome co-host. So Chris Borak, go ahead and tell the people where they can find your content as well.
Yeah, I appreciate you having me on, Ernest, and it's a pleasure to co-host. And congratulations again, Andrew. That's really awesome. Good luck to everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us on the nightcap. I don't know how many we have on, Ernest, but comment, subscribe, like wherever you're watching. And good luck to your bets and your fantasy football teams. And you can catch me at PlusWalker99 on Twitter.
Absolutely. And of course, you're catching me on @IntoLapPod or at the Sport Gene if you're following on Twitch. Love the comments, interaction from some of y'all. We want some more of y'all involved, right? I know a lot of you go into our Twitter space and we can't see what you're saying half the time, and on Instagram. We appreciate y'all. We'll get back to you guys. And if you're DMing for picks and bets, you can always join our Discord and be a part of our regular conversation. Guys, we appreciate the heck out of you. We peaked at 400 a couple weeks ago. We're trying to get back there for you guys. Maybe we switched to Thursday nights, right? We had 5 times viewers on Thursday nights than we do on Wednesdays. Maybe we're switching it up again. But we appreciate, we'll continue to make ITL better. Just a shout out also, as we have the college football show coming and Slapshot ITL. We also have ITL Hoops coming up as NBA season is upon us. We have new talent on that cast as well. You'll find most of us on there too. Borak and Davis probably making appearances on there as well. We're excited to feature ITL Hoops. ITL all week long is what we're aiming for and what we're evolving to. So we appreciate you guys. Thanks for supporting our show, our brand. And if you guys have anything or anything, reach out today. Good luck to your teams. Good luck to fantasy football. Peace.